I'm Pastor Aaron Fenker, and this is Worship in a Nutshell. The Lord gathers you on Sunday morning. He wakes you up. He drags you through the doors of church, and there you are gathered. There, you may not have expected it, but something magnificent happens. It doesn't seem that way when it starts off. Then, we realize that we weren't just gathered as nice people, but we were gathered as sinners. We realize that if we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. But if we confess our sins, God, who is faithful and just, will forgive our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. And so we confess our transgressions unto the Lord, and He forgives the iniquity of our sins. All of that takes place in the confession and absolution in the service. For there we beseech God's mercy. We ask Him for His grace and mercy in Jesus Christ, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. And He is. For there, not only the Lord hears your confession, but your pastor does. And then your pastor, since he is a called and ordained servant of the Word, he announces the grace of God to everyone who is gathered there, and he forgives everyone their sins. We don't want to doubt it, but firmly believe it, because by those words of absolution spoken by our pastors, our sins are forgiven before God in heaven. And we know that when he speaks, our pastor, it is just as valid and certain as if Christ our dear Lord dealt with us himself. For when we confess our sins, and our pastor speaks the words of forgiveness, it's unexpected, but then the very doors of heaven are open. Heaven is open to you. The doors aren't closed or locked. You won't be kept out. The doors of heaven are open because you have been forgiven. That's why we've gathered, to confess our sins, receive His forgiveness, have Jesus open the doors of heaven. He has, in the voice of your pastor, when he uses the keys to unlock them. This has been Worship in a Nutshell.